What's blazing, gents, and welcome back to TD2. We are here with another achievement, Splash Defense, clear mission 23 on normal, using only towers with 200 AoE or more. So, normal difficulty here it is. And we're going to use Poison, Ice, and Wisp, and Ice needs Frost Blast, which reduces damage but increases AoE, which we need. We use Range 2 and AoE 2. That increases cost quite a bit, but it puts us in a decent position. And, well, that's pretty much what we're going to use. Poison, Ice, Wisp. And we build everything via water. We're also going to throw in a couple of fire towers here and there, but that's for later. Right now we are going to build water towers, poison, poison, and ice. I can't afford another one. So tower is obviously pretty expensive thanks to range and AoE upgrades. But we'll be able to deal with that. It's 960 to upgrade, which is a lot. We are at speed 2 right now. Slow down immediately. Right now we can't build anything, so whenever we want to build or do something, we are going to slow the game down a little bit. Because this one is a lot more tricky than just letting it run through. This is at level 2 already. This is at level 2, so that's good. Let's add another ice tower here. And then add 2 poison towers here. I'm building my towers in a way that manages to cover multiple paths, because the map is going to expand and you can't just build an outlet for or build an own setup for each path. You want towers to cover multiple paths. We obviously use lives 3, so we have 195 lives to bleed. Naturally you would prefer if we didn't have to do that, but well, generally speaking, that's not always an option, you know. So what we are going to have to do is make sure we don't lose 195 lives, and I think we can do at least that. As long as we play somewhat competently, because you can bleed lives really fast if a lane breaks through completely. Can upgrade those in a bit, but right now I'm trying to save up interest. Upgrade these 2 now, just ahead of time and just before they arrive. So right now this is doing a pretty good job. We are on wave 5, now the map opens and we are going to add 2 fire towers, which we both upgrade. Now everything we have is level 2, which is okay. We're at speed 2 right now because we can't do much right now anyway. And so far so good. We are 6 waves in, we haven't lost a life just yet. So like I said, so far so good. Now let us slow down here, see what we can do. Let's add level 3 down here, because it can reach both lanes, which is certainly beneficial. Let's fire into this lane a bit. Oh, I don't expect much change here. Poison will determine this wave should go alright as well. Obviously, I play a lot of things quite greedy here. Need nearly 2,500 for an upgrade. Poison free is quite expensive, so. But we do want it, so we're going to have to pay for it. Luckily there are no light enemies, so we will not be in the position where our darkness towers are ineffective. And as far as I'm aware, there are no darkness enemies, so our water towers shouldn't be in a position where they are ineffective. And I'm not sure if we get water enemies, but we do get nature, and fire is good against that, so let's get an upgrade on this right now. And then we want an upgrade up here for the ice tower. Sorry. So far everything going according to plan. Now we are playing it pretty slow. Let's speed this up real quick because I think this wave is done. And we can't build anything right now anyway. We're waiting for the next upgrade. This wave should be going alright as well. Or it is at least so far. Now do we want fire free? I am not entirely sure, but the poison is really good because it keeps dealing damage even when we increase the distance traveled here. Now we have this path down the middle, which means these two become very important. And we are going to add one right here. Long travel. Actually increase the speed right now. We are going for poison. Because obviously poison will deal damage over time. Which will become important. Yeah, there are water enemies, so occasionally fire is not going to be any good. But we're also going to build an ice tower here. Get ice too. We are going to bleed a couple of lives here. And that is unfortunate. Actually, can we maybe stop that? Oh, we stopped one of them. Doesn't really matter. Bleeding one life is fine. Just want to make sure we don't bleed too many. Obviously we need to secure this path a lot better, and we are working on that. Now we have poison free, which should deal a good amount of damage. We're not really looking at this down here, we just hope that we secured this well enough. This only has ice 1, that's not sufficient. And that now gets rid of these guys, that's good. There's poison 2, which also gets rid of these guys. Well, not really get rid of them, but at least should highly damage it. They hopefully get rid of most of these before they arrive, so I can now switch focus, and that is exactly what happens. This is going pretty well. We bled 2 lives? No, 1 life, right? 195, now we're at 194. So we did bleed 1 life, but that's fine. We get ice free over here. We'll get fire free over here. Gets quite close down there, not a big fan of that, but we have to save up resources now for the next path, so certainly something to keep in mind. We are upgrading into a wisp tower here, which is insanely expensive to upgrade, but it's probably going to be worth it. Ice free should take care of these guys. And it does. So the next path goes along this one, and along this one, and along this one. Which is why we desperately need this upgrade. Get a Wisp 2 here. And then we obviously want to help secure this even further, but the important thing right now is getting this one. And darkness, it's doing its damage here. And this is now also doing its damage. So far so good. We are actually going to upgrade this one to fire free. Because some things will come down here eventually, maybe. And I want to be prepared. Also want to be prepared right here with another Wisp tower once we can afford and get it. 1200 is pretty expensive. But so far we haven't bled the amount of lives, so it makes me sweat less. So far so good. Again, we just need to stay alive here, so we are working on that. 4,200 is pretty expensive, so quite a waiting period. I like fire enemies because we have a lot of water towers. And fire free is going to damage a lot of these guys. Now unfortunately these are healing ones, so that's not as effective as it could or should be, but luckily we have this one and that deals a lot of damage. So this one is really good when we aren't healing types. We have another regen one, which is a bit unfortunate. We can get an upgrade on this one right now, and we can get an upgrade on this, and I would like to upgrade this one as well. Although we are in wave 19 already, and we really need to prepare for the last path. So, get some more damage over here. 192 we lost. Well, we bled some lives down here. What do you know? Maybe should have upgraded some of these. Let's actually do that. Let's get an upgrade on there. Let's get Ice 2 here. 4,440 is obviously a lot. But we do get over 7,000 end of wave bonus, so if we get through this wave we should be alright. But we will need quite the resources to fend off the last, fend off the next path, and really adjust our setup there, so can't feel to save just yet. This one should do the trick here. Oh, we bled 3 lives so far and we're in wave 20 already, so I'm not too concerned. Luckily fire doesn't deal that much damage, so these adaptive armor are usually pretty vulnerable because they never have a fire resistance. Yeah, we have no essence anyway, so... That's not 7,000 end of wave bonus. So we get the Wisp Tower, so this one goes through here. And I think up here. So getting another tower here would be pretty good. Let's get another poison here. Well, we don't have the resource to upgrade right now, but that's not so bad. I think bleeding 192 lives now is somewhat unlikely. It's doing a ton of damage already. We can upgrade it right now. They're all pretty dead, but they're also all cursed, so they will just walk through here. So that bleeds a ton of lives. That one hurt a bit. Obviously. Yeah, it accumulated several stacks there, which is annoying. Undead isn't as big of a problem, luckily. And I hope we don't bleed 20 lives each time. Poison should actually get quite a few of those guys down. Oh, we only had poison 2 here, but still. Here we have poison 3 and wisp 2, so that's good. We'll get another ice tower here just to be a little bit safer on the far end. Let's get a fire here. Just to add a different damage type because of adaptive armor. So we have something that basically always deals full damage. And right now we stop bleeding lives, so I think our setup has vastly improved. And we get another wisp here, which obviously will cost a ton to upgrade, but it's gonna be worth it, I would assume. It's gonna be 4,200, but we have it right now. And we also have a better setup on the far end right now for everything that gets through. The Wisp dealing insane damage, that's good. It's gonna be way over 4,000 on that one, which we may or may not, well, we will reach it, I would assume. Was actually a short break, which was unintended. My son woke up, and well, I had to, you know, stop real quick, which is kind of annoying on the last wave, but hey, what can you do, right? Some things are just, well, important, you know, so you have to attend. And there's another wisp tower. Doom guards will make it through. Well, some of them will, just because we are so buffed from the transference. But that's not a problem, we have enough lives that we can stomach that. And there's the last one. So this won't result in a good score, but it will result in the achievement, which is what we want. So, well, it's 2 stars, which is bad. But that was an achievement run, and we got the achievement. And, well, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and until next time, farewell.